All our mics are still muted. Hey, everybody. Andy Gunnin here, Fat Thor Podcast. I'm Andy, and this is
Rick Wayne.
And we have a guest with us, Elizabeth Davidson. Welcome to the show.
Thank y'all for having me.
No problem. Yeah, I'll give you a little background. Elizabeth, an old high school friend of mine who's actually one of the admins on the Fat Thor Lockdown Challenge when we started it back in March. And back in March to help me because I was going absolutely insane trying to figure everything out how to run a group. But first, welcome everybody to Fat Thor Lockdown Challenge. It's Thursday at 7 o'clock. We're doing this at a new time. We're trying the 7 o'clock hour and the 8 o'clock hour because we did so well last week. But I do got to plug some real quick. Got to take care of some bills. If you a new roof got storm damage, anything in the Metro Atlanta area, give our friends a call. Venture Roofing at 678-656-7482. They're a bunch of good guys. They're friends of mine. I've known them for many years, and they do a really good job. They've also got some coupons here that are valid for the Fat Thor podcast. All the way through December, as long as this ad runs. This ad will run from now all the way through the end of December, so you can get an extra $250 to $1,000 off, depending upon the size of your roof. So give them a shout. They'll tell you how big it is or how small it is. They also have financing, or if you got a repair or anything like that, give them a shout as well. Give them a chance. Give them an opportunity. Tell Jason and them that you heard it here on the Fat Thor podcast, and they will take care of you. So here's our show. We're back. What we're going to be talking about? Well, it's November. Thanksgiving is next week, next Thursday. So we're not going to do a Thursday show. Me and Rick are talking about doing a Wednesday or Friday show. We haven't figured it out, but we will let everyone know once we figure that out. So I just figured we talk about November, Thanksgiving, COVID Thanksgiving, what's kind of going on, what everybody's thinking or doing differently this year. That's why we got Elizabeth here. And if you guys want to chime in, comment, feel free. Also, just talking about No Drink November. I started No Drink November basically because I busted my bicep and had to have it repaired surgically. So I just decided, well, a lot of these folks do Sober October, which I think is kind of weird. But then I needed to heal and have surgery. So I just decided to take the whole month off of my arm. So I called it No Drink November. And I think Elizabeth jumped on the bandwagon with me, didn't you?
I sure did. Bam.
But Rick did not, I don't think.
Come on, Rick.
No.
Your shoulder, bicep, you didn't need anything fixed?
My birthday's in November, so that's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen. Yeah, that is true. Your birthday was last month. I did forget about it. We did forget to tell you happy birthday, but that is a good point.
You can do no drink May.
No drink May.
Yeah, he can party not in May.
Look, May is hard because my birthday's in May. I take the whole month very seriously and into my having fun. I take the whole month to actually do whatever I want to do.
Birthday rolls around, I'm done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's January 3rd. I have partied from December 1. January 3rd hits. I'm like, whoa.
But no, it wasn't a weight loss thing. It was a healing thing for me, just letting my arm heal. So I decided, let's see if I could do it. I mean, I don't drink. I haven't been drinking that much lately. Anyways, I kind of took off. I started tapering back a few months ago down to where I'm like twice a week because of football, maybe 3 at the most. If like Sunday, maybe Saturday or Friday if I'm watching the games, and a couple of drinks with Liz doing her Thursday trivia that I do for her work. I'll have a few drinks, but I cut it way back compared to what I was doing back in March and April. We were basically all drinking almost every day. So I was like, I may need to taper it back.
Who wasn't drinking every day?
What was the weight gain? I was gaining weight. I had gotten down to 250 pounds. And then I just started gaining, weight back. And I was like, okay, it's the drinking is what it was. And on top of the eating.
Well, have you lost any weight in November due to no drinking?
No, not yet. And I have lost. Well, I take that back. I'm still weighing. right before my surgery, I'd gained like 5 pounds. And I don't know why or what happened, but I gained 5 pounds right before surgery. And then the day of surgery, of course, can't eat the night before. And I didn't eat for a total like 30 something hours before I finally came to off of the medication and stuff. And I was starving, and I was literally plowing my way Wednesday and Thursday through everything I could touch. And when I was eating, I was literally making something else to eat behind that. And I think I gained so I gained like 3 or 4 pounds. And then, so now I'm back to 265 where I kind of started, but I'm not as bloated, if that makes any sense. I haven't really lost weight. I don't feel as bloated, if that makes that's about the only difference. That's about the only thing. So, hopefully, I'll start losing some weight, but I didn't do it for the weight loss. It's not for the weight. If I want to lose weight, I got to change my whole way of eating.
Well, I know a lot of times, people stop drinking and you'll see them drop a lot of weight really fast because a lot of, beer just has a lot of calories, especially if that's what you drink. But I remember back when I was younger and I would drink a lot and I stopped drinking. And it was like in a year's time, I'd lost a lot of weight just not drinking no alcohol.
Right. And I've got friends who will do that. Who'll go 30 days, no drinking. And they'll lose. I mean, you see them from like halfway or midway or 3 weeks in, and they look like they've lost 10 to 15 pounds. And they do lose weight. I have not lost really any. I'm not as bloated, like I said, but maybe the final week or 2 weeks is something magical. But I've been eating a little bit. I've been eating some like sugar and crap. So.
Biscuits. I've seen the biscuits, the bacon.
I stopped that. That was only a 1 day thing. I was craving biscuits, but I have, but because I'm not having any beer or any, alcohol, those couple of days a week, I am craving weird stuff that I don't normally eat, like biscuits and like chocolate.
Carbs.
Huh?
You need you're trying to compensate your carbs.
Right. And I and that's another, when if I do start drinking again in December, I'm going to stay away from beer again and just go with kind of like vodka waters and things like that. Cause back about 5 years ago, I lost 30 pounds and I did it because I got rid of beer and I just went to like vodka waters and I was working out and actually, paying attention, not eating that past like 6-7 o'clock. I lost like 25 pounds. Just doing that. So we'll see. I'm a
Guinness girl and stout, so I like heavy, thick beer.
Guinness? You like Guinness? That's a heavy beer.
And I like stouts, porters. Love them. So yeah, thicker, heavier.
But those are better for you than a typical like Miller Lite because they're heavier. That's what they say. I mean, beer's beer.
I don't drink as much of them. They're more alcohol per volume. They're thicker. They fill you up faster. So I guess I don't know. That's the theory.
Right.
I'll tell you. I'll give a ringing endorsement to Scofflaw. They make a beer called Double Jeopardy, and they're all 10%. It's a double IPA.
Right.
And it's worth whatever the 6-pack is because if you finish that 6-pack, I mean, you're going to be pretty bleary. I did that one night.
Down.
What's the alcohol volume in those?
10%.
Wow. That's almost like drinking a glass of wine.
Oh, I
10%.
drank 6 of them. Well, I drank 5 of them one night and I had one left in the fridge and I said, well, I'll be damned if I'm going to leave this one left, man. I'm going to go ahead and knock this one out. Boy. I tell you what, it's like drinking a 12-pack. What that's like.
Right. What did you say?
A competition with myself.
Gotcha. What did you say, Elizabeth?
I like their Pog basement.
And this is Scofflaw, right?
Yeah, Scofflaw.
Yeah.
So I've never drank any of their stuff. I'm not a big IPA or big, microbrew. Not to say that it's not good. I stick with Miller Lite unless it's something I know. I mean, that's just typically what I drink. But those high gravity beers that like are 10%. I don't know. I don't know. They're okay. They're not. I mean, I just don't veer to them for whatever reason. I don't know why. But like when I'm in Colorado, I'll drink the heck out of them at the breweries.
Come on,
for some reason they taste different at the brewery, like Dale's Pale Ale or Dale's, isn't it Dale's Pale Ale or something? There, it's out in Colorado. I went to their place and then I came home and grabbed some. Totally different taste.
It tastes much better at the brewery. It does. You know, you've got Lime Creek Brewery right there near you, and then one of these days, Sonoya Brewing Company is going to open in Sonoya. They are.
Oh, that's right. I heard something about that, but it went quiet. I didn't know if they were still going to be going forward with it, or it got shut down, or just COVID turned the switch off.
They're doing renovations still. I'm patiently waiting. I have done some private testings for them.
Yeah,
and I can't wait. Delicious.
I mean, I like Lime Creek. I don't mind going over there and having some there. It's it's fun, but when I'm in a place like that drinking and having a few drinks, I like to have conversations. And after about 3 or 4 beers, I tend to slip up with some things I probably shouldn't say around kids. And people are bringing their whole families in there, their babies and their kids, because you can. And I'm just like, this isn't the place for me to be drinking, because my mouth gets to running and I get to saying stuff. They're like, they look at me. I'm like, you're the one that brought your kid to a brewery.
You bring your baby to a bar. That's
exactly. Exactly. And I'm like, why are you looking at me? You brought your baby to a bar.
I'm not yet going to mention the brewery, but I
did a show at this brewery, a local brewery here in Atlanta, and we get there, and there's like kids playing, and they're out there playing like cornhole, and their parents are drinking, and it's really weird, and it's more. It wasn't a lot of kids, but it was more kids that needed to be at a drinking establishment,
Right.
So I asked the promoter, the manager. I said, this comedy show is dirty. It's a comedy show because it's at a bar.
Right.
We're not going to clean it up because you got kids here, because we didn't expect this, and that was never part of the deal. And they said, no, go ahead. And I told all the comics, I was like, just do your routine, and some people got mad and left, but not a lot did. I mean, but it was just weird, man. It was just a weird thing to go to a place that's the main focus is beer,
right?
And you got families there. I just thought that was so bizarre.
I don't understand the mentality too. I agree with you 100%. Okay.
That.
No, I would look. I've got 3 kids. My youngest just turned 18 today, and still, he could go there with me and hang out. I'm just like, now that he's 18, it's a little bit. But even just the thought of taking Riley, my stepdaughter.
You're not going to take Riley there.
No, and the thought of taking her there at 13, I'm like, no, I'm not going to. She could go in, like if I'm going to go in and grab something, but it's I'm not going to take a 13.
Now, the thought of taking your 18-year-old is a good idea, because you can just make him drive, see?
Right. But there's nothing for him to do except just sit there and watch me drink beer. That's just weird to me. It's just, if I'm there having some beers with like me or you, and we're talking sports and hanging out and watching the sport, football on TV or, whatever. It's more of an adult place, but people come in there with freaking strollers, like toddlers and everything. Man. And I know they're open to it, and that's fine. And I don't have a problem with it. But when I get to drinking, and me and my buddies, are like 4 or 5 deep, and we're talking about, or we're watching the game, we go, damn it, or F that, or screw that, or whatever comes out of whoever's mouth, then we're looked at. I'm like, this isn't a freaking library, bro. This isn't I'm not going to McDonald's and Chuck E. Cheese and pounding beers and screaming, the hell with whatever, or screw this or screw that. I know where I'm at. I'm at a place that serves
alcohol, and you should be able to cuss if you want to.
Right. We got someone, Doug. Oh, hey, Doug. Glad you're here. I used to know an accountant for Hooters. He told me they only do huge family business. What? I don't know what we missed there. Did I miss something? Okay. Comment back, Doug. I just saw Hooters and accountants. But that's my whole thing, and that's fine. If you want to bring it, but understand where you're at, it's just one of those things that kind of gets me.
I guess the point he's making is Hooters is kind of labeled as a family restaurant.
Right. Yeah. Hooters is. But it's still not. Hey, your microphone's muffled. I don't know. Your microphone is muffled under something. It's like it's under your shirt. Is it? Are you okay? Is you there?
Yeah.
Your sound just went muffled. You sound like you're in a tunnel. I don't know what just happened.
I'll turn my mic off, turn it back on.
Yeah, I can hear you. Just sound like your sound just went from clear.
You sound like you're in your sweatshirt.
Right. Yeah. I didn't know if you had your microphone. Yeah, I don't know. You there? I know we're still doing social distancing everywhere. We're not in a studio, folks. For those listening, everybody's at their homes. So sometimes we have a little glitch here or there. Not a big deal. Hey, start talking again. Let's do it. Check it out. You there? Yeah, you still sound like you're muffled a little. I don't know why. You were sounding fine a minute ago, and then all of a sudden you just went muffle. It's weird.
You were like Charlie Brown's teacher.
Yeah. That's a perfect example. Oh, you just came back.
Oh, and he's gone again.
It may be a connection with whatever mic or device you're using. Something's glitching between something. I think that's what it is. We'll figure it out. But anyways, I didn't really mean to get on this whole, brewery thing. But I do like, but it just always has bothered me. It's just always bothered me.
I'm with you.
I don't understand the mentality. I tried to write a joke about it for a comedy thing one time, and it was, it's just, I haven't figured out the joke, but it's just, here's what Duck said. I just jumped in and heard beer and family. Not sure which biz you were talking about. Is Rick using a Bluetooth mic? If so, the battery could be dying. That's a good point. I don't know if are you using Bluetooth? I don't know. I don't know what you're using. It's just weird. You were fine and clear, then all of a sudden you just went muffled, and you came back and went back out. So I don't know.
Hold on, I'm gonna try something.
Yeah. Okay. Try that. See what happens. See what works. But it's just, I just don't understand. But hey, if you bring your kids, huh? So, talk better? Again. Nope, still muffled.
Is that better?
No, it's still the same. It's a little better, but no, you're still sounding more. You still sound like you're way off in a distance, or somebody's put a pillow over your head and you're trying to talk through the pillow to me. So, Elizabeth, how difficult? Huh?
Try you log off, and then we'll try something. I'm gonna come back.
Oh, wait.
You just came back. Hold on. Okay. We'll go ahead and do it. Just see if it fixes it. Go ahead, do it. Go ahead. So Elizabeth.
Yes.
So what's been the toughest thing for you? I know you were struggling with No Drink November at first, I think you said. Or
it was just for International Stout Day.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
One day.
It was one day. Okay, I didn't know.
I had a midnight snack, and then I jumped right back on.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, so you did have because you did have a beer. You did have a beer.
I fell off. It was like day two. I made it 2 days. Bam. But I got back on, and I'm good. I made it through a gnarly Georgia game.
Right.
A gnarly.
It's it hasn't bothered me that bad. I think the other day was the first day I was like, what was it? 2 days ago, I was just sitting there. I was like, man, and I never really. I've stopped drinking. I've gone 2 weeks before without drinking, and sometimes I think it's been a while since I've gone like a month or so. But anyways, it makes it sound like I'm a horrible drinker. But anyways, but yeah, the other day was just the first day. I was just sitting there. I was like, man, I wish I just was into watching football and things, and I was like, oh, man, I just want a beer. It's not like I had to have one. It was just like something's missing. I just would like to have, and it was like I would love to have just 2 beers and that's it. But I was like, nope, can't even do that. But it was just that one. But it went away. But it wasn't like, oh God, I gotta have beer. I gotta have whatever. And it's not one of those things. But it's been pretty easy, pretty fun for me. But it was just that one day. It was just no, and it was just I was doing whatever, watching TV and watching football and doing things I normally do. Mm-hmm. And it was just one of those things where I guess it's like, I'm normally during that time what I was doing, I normally have a beer or several at that point. So it was just like a repetition, like a habit thing. Not like I had to have it. It was just a habit thing, I think. And it was just
it's that mental thing. You got it in your head because it's football, and I always drink what you need.
Right, and it wasn't like DTs and I'm shaking or anything like.
No, it's just like my hand was empty.
No. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I even took the whiskey tumbler, put a little bit of water in it. Not the same.
Who decides to do a no drink diet in the middle of football season? Well, Ken, the reason why I did it, again, I don't know if you were at the beginning, but I'll explain it. And I didn't mean condescending on that. Sorry about that. I burst my my bicep, moving a couch for my wife. By the way, heads up, everybody. Found this out at the therapy session the other day that there are more bicep and shoulder injuries right now during COVID than any other time that they can, because people are doing these at-home projects around the house, moving furniture. I am one of the therapist said, I'm one of 50 guys in the last couple of months. He goes, we're literally getting them 4 or 5 a day. I was like, are you kidding me? She's like, yeah, hold on, Rick's back. Let's see if his sound is. Hey, Rick.
Hey.
Rick, you there, buddy?
Yeah.
You there?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's still a little muffled. We'll push through. We can hear you. Just whenever you start to say something, put your hand up so I know you're about to talk, so I'll shut up. Because I can hear you when I'm quiet. I just put your hand up or finger up real quick so I know you're talking, but we can hear it. But Ken, so I was moving a couch and I overhand pulled it up, and as I pulled it up, I stood up and it just pulled my bicep and it popped. These are all injuries, pre-injury or injuries from my past in high school and college when I used to power lift. I have developed scar tissue in several places in my body that is now giving up on me. So that's what happened. And so by that, I had to have surgery on November 2nd. Couldn't have any, wasn't supposed to drink or anything. I think that by Halloween. So I just decided, well, I'll just go through the whole month so my bicep can heal and all that. But here's the thing. The other reason this has worked out perfect in November is because my teams, the Falcons and Georgia Tech, already have bad schedules as it is. So it's a loss. I'm just skating along. So it's not like, I've gotten through the drinking of shame and the drinking of celebration, so that's all out of the way. So yeah, so that hopefully that explains it to you, Ken. But anyways, that's that. So, guys, gals, let's talk about Thanksgiving in 2020. This is a whole new era. Now they're telling us not to visit, not to have your family come see you and all that. Are y'all doing anything different because of COVID versus what you normally would do in Thanksgiving? And Elizabeth, we'll start with you and then go to Rick. What's the difference so far that you think of?
Actually, we are. Usually we have anywhere from 40 to 50 people in our home for Thanksgiving. And because of the shoulder, I am not cooking or hosting Thanksgiving this year. I passed the baton to my brother.
You had shoulder surgery, right?
Yeah, I did. Rotator cuff. I passed the baton to my brother and his lovely wife. Mm-hmm. And we're just doing a very, very small group at my brother's house. We all are probably really cautious, socially distanced. Most of us COVID test, all that crap. Right. So it's small. And I'm sorry, people that normally come to my house because it's open house and you come in. So what's
normal like? So what a normal Thanksgiving look like for you or the day or however you do it?
So the day we start probably around noon, the door opens, you start flowing in. We eat at 1:00. I have a huge deep fried turkey, a rib roast, probably anywhere from 10 to 15 pounds, a pork loin, and usually some kind of vegetarian roast. Then I have got to feed my vegetarian people.
Rick would come over.
Then I do a vegetarian dressing, and I do a regular New York Yankee dressing for my Yankee folks. With
what's that entail? What's the Yankee dressing?
The Yankee, it's actually a stuffing. It's kind of it's thicker and chunkier, and it has cranberries and chestnuts and sausage in it, and it's much more different than doing like a regular cornbread dressing.
Right.
And then we do roasted root crops, you name it. We have all sorts of sides, salads, bottles, cases of wine, booze, gallons of tea, and we eat, and people just come all day long. We sing, we play guitar. People don't leave till midnight, 1 a.m.
Wow. So it's an all day just.
Yes. And if you don't have a place to go to, you come to our house.
Oh, gotcha. So, Rick, are you doing anything different because of COVID, or doing the same old, and vice versa? Same question for Elizabeth that we gave Elizabeth.
I don't even know really what I'm doing yet. There's still a couple of options, but I haven't made any solid plans yet.
Gotcha. I didn't know. We're kind of doing the same old. My parents are coming up from Naples, Florida, and they're just going to hang out. That's pretty much going to be it. This is only the second year me and Liz have really been married. So, I mean, last year was our first year doing anything. And we went up to her aunt and uncle's for part of I can't remember. Went up there, and then we did some. And then, so, I mean, Thanksgiving's been one of those things for me. It's like, either it's just me and whoever's here in town. Obviously it would be my wife, and then Christmas I go down and see my parents in Naples, Florida. So it really hadn't changed other than they're coming up, which they've come up before because Morgan turned 18 today. But it's not really changing anything for us per se. But, like today on the news and everything, they were talking about, don't have family come over. Don't do this or don't do that. Don't have any, everybody stay away. Everybody just, I'm like, okay, y'all are getting a little extreme. I mean, I get it. I understand. But they're really dropping the hammer down on everybody.
We've done all since the very beginning. I mean, we did Mother's Day. We have done all our birthdays.
Right.
And my mother has been doing chemo treatment through all this.
Mm-hmm.
And I have listened to her chemo doctors, and they're like, get together. Right. Don't be stupid. Wash your hands. No kissing and hugging. Please don't lick each other in the face. So no licking. Don't lick each other.
Don't lick each other. Wash your hand,
Wash your hands. Don't lick the knobs.
They said I forget, was it on CNBC today or last night? Oh, it was last night on Fox News. They were talking about one of the California governor or something was out at a place eating, and they were talking about, he didn't have a mask on because he was eating at a restaurant. And they said, well, here's the new guideline. And they came in and go, oh, by the way, here's the new guideline for Thanksgiving. If you are having Thanksgiving dinner with your family, you are to wear a mask at the dinner table unless you're taking a bite or sipping a drink. You take it off, take a bite, and then put the mask back on. I'm like, did y'all just really say that out loud? Did you just really say that?
The more times you touch your face, the more times you get germs up here when you're in public.
What'd you say, Rick?
Well, what's the penalty? I mean, like so what? If people do that, they're going to be like,
hey, we're going to fine you for Thanksgiving.
I mean,
right. Well, and I agreed. And then they came and they said it again this morning. They said the same thing again. And then one of the broadcasters, I forget, I should have wrote his name down. I know his face. I'll have to get it for another episode. But anyways, he said, we need to start fining these people who don't follow these guidelines because there needs to be repercussions. We really need to start on this. And I'm like, whoa, who are you? And then one, you just said out of your mouth, I got to go if I have my family. So if my parents, my mom and dad are coming up, we're all supposed to wear a mask around each other and then take our mask down and then put it back up. Take it back down, put it up, as we're eating and drinking. Number one, my parents haven't been exposed. Number two, they've been very good about everything. My mom's been tested because she does work for the school and she has to go in some. But I'm like, you know what? I mean, it's crazy because at my son's school, they said they pulled out 20 kids this past week, literally, and they're pulling kids out every day that are showing up who have been exposed by somebody. And this is all from Halloween. There's the entire cheerleading squad's been quarantined, and apparently about almost 20 kids have been pulled out of school who have tested positive or been exposed to someone who tested positive post-Halloween. So it's getting a little. I don't know all the details. That's just all I know as of right now. But I don't see Thanksgiving being this big surge. But I'm trying to not stay political and not get political on this because a lot of this stuff is bullcrap, in my opinion. An agenda being pushed.
Just use your common sense.
Use your common sense.
Use your common sense.
Like, don't take your baby to a bar.
Don't take your baby to a bar. Exactly. Don't lick each other. Don't lick doorknobs.
Don't lick doorknobs. Don't lick the turkey before everybody else.
Maybe too long.
What's that?
Take your baby to a bar on Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
I think we all should. I'm gonna have to go find a baby now and take a baby to a bar on Thanksgiving.
You're gonna have to. I don't think you're gonna have to.
Somebody let me borrow your baby. I need to go to the bar.
I gotta take a baby. It's just absolutely ridiculous. But oh my goodness. But yeah, that's just kind of what Ken said. A good rehab exercise would be light 12-ounce curls. Yes, it would be, but you can't do that. I'm not supposed to be doing anything. I'm not even supposed to be holding my iPhone with this arm, but I am. Well, my doctor didn't see that.
Oh, woo woo. I'm telling your therapist.
So they brought Charlie Brown Thanksgiving back after everybody bitched and complained because they put it on Apple TV and said that, and I'll put it on PBS. They go, oh, by the way, it's not gonna have commercials, but it's gonna be on PBS. Well, any thoughts on that? Any comments on that? I thought that was interesting.
It's PBS. I'm glad for the kids that it's there, but it's not the same as it was.
What's that, Rick?
No, see, I think it's a good thing because PS is just a non-profit. So if people
want to bitch and complain about not getting to see them on a big major network, or maybe they'll throw a little of their hard-earned cash to PBS and help fund them to show Charlie Brown. Maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, it might be a good thing. That is a good point. I did briefly think. I was like, well, they don't really. I didn't even realize PBS was still on. I mean, to be honest.
Hello, Arthur is still there.
Yeah. I know. I did. And then I said,
Street.
I was like, PBS is still around. No, I mean, back in the day, that was one of our 4 channels. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. That was one of our 4 channels for cable. Or if you could afford cable, and some of us whose parents refused to pay for cable, I'm like, really?
Some of us that had to put the little tinfoil on top of the antenna and then have our baby brother run around the room so we could get one station. Right.
And these kids want to wonder why we look at them and snark when they complain about a Wi-Fi signal. I'm like, really? I just want.
They have no clue, do they? No clue.
You have no clue what it's like to be hanging out of a window with some tinfoil and a pair of rabbit ears, like waving it up and down. We got a picture yet?
Hold on, I'm trying to watch the game.
Oh, there it is. Where? What, where? Real life issues back in the day. Real life issues for anything. Oh, and then you have to go. And then I figured out how to hijack cable, and then that was bad. And then they started figuring out how to start popping people money. I didn't do my house. I did my buddy's house. I'd break into the box and we'd wire their parents, and then their parents got a bill, and they're like, "What?" We're like, "What? What are you talking about? We didn't do nothing."
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. Well, basically, if you take this cord and put this cord over here, you can get everything.
Everything.
Oh, but that was some fun stuff. But yeah, it's just so stupid. All the stuff they're saying on the news about the things. I just about fell to freak out. I mean, it's just there's too much of an agenda thing going on here, and it's like really we're shutting everything down. Como's up there shutting New York, Illinois, everything's shutting down. We're about to see a second wave of another shutdown. Unfortunately, I think that's what's about to happen.
I think so.
It's coming.
Somebody today was like, they were in the store and they're like, paper goods. There's no toilet paper.
No, I went to Kroger today as well, and I hadn't been in a week because obviously I had surgery last week. The week before I went packed to the ceiling. Today, I got 2 packs of toilet paper of the last 5 they had. Not one stitch of anything else. Did you say something, Rick? Did you say something, Rick? Sorry, buddy. There's a delay somewhere. Oh, Rick's frozen.
Oh,
Rick's
no, I mean, I was just like, I got to buy more toilet paper, man.
You do? Oh, well, good luck getting it because Kroger was out of 2 things today. Turkeys, they had 3 turkeys. They were the expensive ones, not the 47 cent a pound ones. They're out of everything of turkey and everything paper towel and toilet paper, except for the 2 packs I bought of the last 5. I was like, good God. And the guy looked at me and he was like, I hope you didn't want any more. I was like, not really, but I just grabbed these 2 to have them. I had some in my garage, but I was like, I'm just going to grab these 2 to grab them. Hold on, what did Ken say? Ken said, remember when you touched the antenna, it became clear, then as soon as you let it go, it went fuzzy? Yep, that's what we're talking about. The antennas on TV, that would go fuzzy right back. The Who said that if 95% of us would wear masks, we would end this. I call bullshit on that.
It's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere. It's like the flu.
It's like we're going to have to learn to live with this.
Yeah.
And work around it, and I'm not going to hide in my house. No, just because it's serious. Yes, don't get me wrong.
Yep.
But I'm going to be smart about it. And
right. Well, I've had a couple of friends here locally who ended up having it. 2 weeks later, they were fine. No big issues, no big problem. One of my cousin that I hunt with. He got it. He went 2 weeks. Now, he didn't get on any antibiotics, and then he thought he was getting better. Then he had a relapse thing, and they put him on some antibiotic stuff. Now he's doing a lot better, so he's taking him a little bit longer, but nothing major issues so far that we know of. So it's still it's getting closer to home, but the people that I know that have had it, I mean, are people who are still going out to work every day and doing stuff. And it's been 6-7 months, but it hasn't been extreme. Now we do know of the extreme case. My wife's coworker's husband died at 36 back when it first happened. So there are different scenarios. I get it, different cases, but this is going to be something that we're just going to have to live with, unfortunately, from now and forever, and figure that way out, whatever that way is down the road. And I was telling Rick, I was like, I'm ready to get back doing shows, but now comedy clubs are being shut back down again and they're shutting that stuff down. I'm ready to get out and just really start doing stuff again. And just be smart about it. Like you said, figure out where we're going to go and what we're going to do, go there. Don't touch anybody. Don't hug anybody. Don't lick anybody's face.
Got it. That's right.
And then come home. That's basically it, You really can get the point almost not needing TP. Oh, get bidet. You can really get to the
point. Bidet.
Bidet. Bidet. I was like, what is he talking about? Bidet. Bidet. I forget that's how you spell bidet. I don't see bidet every day in my normal.
You don't see bidet every
No.
Come on. I think we should, you know what? We can all order the little Japanese bidet that you can order to your regular toilet.
Right. If I didn't mention this before, I'm going to put Venture Roofing down at the bottom. If you guys need a roofing quote, damage or anything, call Venture Roofing 678-656-7482. Tell them Andy and Rick from the Fat Thor podcast sent you. They'll take care of you. But yeah, no, I don't have a bidet. But a bidet, I don't like bidets. I've tried them one time. I was like, I don't like this. This isn't for me.
No warm water, tushy clean for you?
No.
No.
I still want. I was like, no, I still want. So I just used a towel afterwards. I still didn't feel right not wiping. I mean, I was taught my whole life by my mom, you wipe 3 times minimum, son, no matter what you do. And even after the bidet, I was like, I still feel like I'm cheating.
You are cheating.
I still feel like I'm cheating, like I'm not doing something right. Doug says, don't lick anybody needs to be on the shirt. Hey, I can make that happen. We can make that happen. I can make that happen at storefrontier.com/Andy's Room, where you can get your Fat Thor podcast shirts and hoodies like Rick is wearing. We will make a don't lick anybody.
Don't lick anybody.
Don't lick anybody.
Don't lick anybody. Be smart. Don't lick people.
Well, I'll put that on the shirt tonight. I'll create a graphic, put that on the shirt tonight. We'll upload it, send it over to Store Frontier. They'll have shirts rolling out ready tomorrow.
Doug, I'm going to need you to wear your Don't Lick Anybody t-shirt. Keep your tongue to yourself.
Hey, I'm all about selling shirts now. I'm all about selling shirts. That's what we need. We need shirt sales. Anybody wants to get somebody one for Christmas, a hoodie or t-shirt, please, because anything we make of it goes right back into the shows and into the expenses of what it costs to run everything. Yes, there are expenses.
So, Doug, all your family needs Don't Lick Anybody t-shirts and Fat Thor podcast hoodies. Got it? Mm-hmm. Christmas list done.
All right. Well, if I want to create the shirt, if we're going to create the shirt, Don't Lick Anybody, should be like a Christmas 2020. Should it be Don't Lick Anybody? Don't Lick Anybody. COVID 20 or Christmas? I don't know.
Christmas 2020. Keep your tongue to yourself. Don't lick anybody. Don't lick anybody. It's the kid.
What?
Have it. They say don't lick anybody and have a candy cane on it, and then they COVID 2020.
That's a good idea. I'll have to play with. I'll play with the graphics. I'll play with the design tonight in my head and draw it out and see what happens in Photoshop and all that and figure it out. But that's a good idea, Doug. Good job, brother. Way to bring to the table. Now everybody's just gonna have to buy them.
That's right.
Everybody's just gonna have to buy them. Doug, I'll get you one. I'll get you one or two at costs. I got to cover the costs, man. But so it's a good idea. Don't lick anybody. That is a good idea.
Don't lick anybody.
Don't lick anybody. That's basically what it is. Just don't lick anybody.
Don't lick anybody.
I did see like 4 or 5 people in the grocery store that were no mask. That was funny. I hadn't seen anybody in the grocery store without a mask. Probably the whole time. And I go by once a week, but today there was like 5 or 6 people just walking around no mask. Like, I'm done with this. The heck with it. I was like, okay, well, that's you.
I've been seeing more and more people without them.
Mm-hmm. And it's just been here recently, within the last 2 weeks.
Few weeks, they were like, "I'm done. I'm over it." Just,
I'm kind of curious everybody's thoughts on that, or people's thoughts on that, because I mean, hey man, you're not wearing, that's fine. That's you, bro. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and cast stones at anybody. I've got my own thoughts on it as well, but hey. But I do wear one. I did wear one. I do wear one because my wife wants me to and asked me to. And plus, I'm like, okay, I'll do it for you, babe. It's whatever.
Because she loves you and she cares about you and she wants you to be germ free.
Yes, that. And she does have some, she is on some medications that do mess with her immune system, that weakens it. So if she were to get sick from anything, it would hit her a lot harder. More than a normal person would. So with that respect, that's what I do it for her. But I understand, I get it. It's a pain, but it's something we're going to deal with. But people, the news people if you listen closely and pay attention closely, what they're saying every morning and every night, they're ramping their conversations up about finding people, getting after people, and getting at. And then here, but think about this. They're saying this. They're saying, let's find these people. Okay. Well, didn't you just defund the police? Now you're wanting them to go. Now you're wanting to go call them to go tell people to write a ticket for a mask or put them in jail. I mean, this is a double-edged sword we're playing with here, folks.
I don't need any more fines. I don't.
Oh, there's a story. Well, why don't you need any more fines? What'd you do? What'd you do, Elizabeth?
I may have gotten tagged doing 98 and 98 and 70, maybe.
When?
Back in September.
What? Where were you going?
I was coming home from Florida with my mama.
Were you just tired of being in the car with her? How far of a drive was it? Where were you coming from?
We were coming back from Daytona.
Uh-huh.
And we were just in the car, and I was driving her caddy. And look, I drive a itty bitty Toyota Corolla, floor banger.
Yeah.
Nothing. And you barely put your foot on her caddy, and it's just cruising along, and I'm not paying any attention. And literally, we pulled off, put gas on, get back on the road. I hadn't even gone down the road good 3 miles. So I get pulled over, me and 30 other people. 30 other people.
How do they pull up 30 people? It was just oh, geez.
Florida Air Traffic Patrol caught all 30. And he says, ma'am, you were doing 98 and a 70. I said, what? And my mom's like, I don't think so. This car doesn't even go up to 98. And I'm like, Mama. Just I'm gonna sign my name. I'm gonna pay the ticket.
Right.
Mama don't know.
Yeah, I get a 20 mile over going down to Tampa one time, about 7-8 when Georgia Tech played Clemson for the ACC championship. I got and it was in a small little it was right before Florida, and it's still in Georgia right before, and it was a $325 ticket.
Mine
so
was
I don't even
Mine was $248.
That's how was yours cheaper than mine? Oh, that's right. I was in the construction zone too. They had orange barrels up because they were working on a bridge, right? And I had passed it, so that's why mine was a little bit more.
Well, I do have lead foot. I will not talk about my illustrious racing history.
Oh, yeah. I think we needed to talk about your illustrious racing.
I have skills. I'm mad skills. Georgia State Patrol knows all about them. Right. I'm even on some first name basis with some Georgia State patrolmen.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What is your insurance rate? I don't even want to know.
You know what? This is the first ticket I have had in probably, I would say, 15 years. In my 20s were bad.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I drove around for 6 months without a license. Didn't even know it because I had too many points.
What?
Yeah. Super speed.
Was that during college or after college?
That was during college.
Oh. Sounds like there's something. There's more there. We're just. I won't push, but there's just.
I was a good driver. Just fast.
Yeah, I drive fairly fast. Liz tells me the same thing. When I couldn't drive for 14 days after my surgery because they said they don't want you to drive, even though I'm right-handed. Because if I were to like get in a wreck or do something or jerk or you react, tense your muscles, and I could snap it again. I am not a good passenger. I figured that's out. I've been driving my entire life. I'm the one that drives everywhere. I drive for a living typically because I've been in sales my whole life, construction sales. So I'm always driving in my car 200 miles a day around Georgia, the job sites, everything. And I do drive a little bit faster than most people. I mean, I've had some tickets. Not quite as bad as Miss Elizabeth, but close. Not as many as probably you. You sound like you got a little bit more than me, which I'm not.
I'm just really lucky. What can I say? Really lucky.
But I am now. I realize, I used to complain about driving on that, but I like driving. But Liz was driving the other day. We were going somewhere, and I was like, she was like, "Will you stop over there, huffing?" I was like, "What?" She goes, "You said something about going fast." I said, "No, I didn't." And apparently, subconsciously, I said, I was saying we could go faster, because she was literally going barely 3 miles over the speed limit. I was like, "You can go faster, you know that, right?"
I love my husband. I love him dearly, and he's been driving me around. But when we got married, we've been married 21 years, and I do all the driving for us.
You do?
He hates to drive.
Oh, really? So, it's just habit for me.
I mean, he hates it. Since the surgery, he's been driving me places, and sometimes he'll just get in the car and drive, and he drives like a little old man. Do you know he has never had a speeding ticket or a moving violation ever?
So, because you got them all for him in your 20s.
I did.
Rick, how's your driving record?
Perfect.
You have a good driving record, Rick? Rick, are you froze?
Rick looks froze.
Tickets my entire life.
2? Did you say 2?
That's it.
Oh,
really?
Well, I guess that we all know who the worst driver is here.
Miss Elizabeth takes the cake on
I
that.
do. I should get a crown, a tiara, something, a little scepter.
Oh, I got a couple of questions for you guys. I did this trivia for my wife's work, and I printed out, and I had to do it last minute, and it was all these Thanksgiving questions. Some of them are interesting. Hey, let me grab it. I want to ask you guys. Oh, I already got it here, right here. Here we go. Hey, do y'all know approximately how many calories we consume as Americans on Thanksgiving Day? And I will give you a swing, 500 calorie swing of the number of one person. What the average American consumes on Thanksgiving Day in calories.
I'm going to get 6,000.
Rick, what's your answer? You got one? Rick?
Oh, I'd say it'd be more than 6,000. I think it'd be probably like 10,000.
10,000 calories? You realize the daily allowance average is 2,000, right? It's 2,000, right? That's like eating for 8 people or 5 people. My math's off.
5 people.
Man, I'm just saying, a lot of gravy and.
I get it, but 10,000.
10,000.
I don't know if your body can even digest or process 10,000 in a day. I mean, and still be alive. The answer is 3,500, which is 1,500 than the normal average consumption. It's 3,500.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of.
I wasn't going to say anything when Elizabeth said 6, but then when you chimed in with 10, holy cow.
That's a lot of gravy.
I want to, I know there's something out there that consumes 10,000. What would consume 10,000 calories? I don't even want to know. I'm going to look it up. Because 10,000.
10,000.
That's 5 days from the eating.
That's a whole pecan pie with whipped cream and ice cream.
It's the whole one from Sam's. You know those big ones they have at Sam's and Costco? Those are the bomb.
The wagon wheel ones.
The wagon wheel ones. I've gone through 2 of those before in a Thanksgiving. Not in a single session, but like week.
You know what's really good is you take that, you cut it, put it in your little frying pan with a little bit of butter and warm it up.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You take fresh whipped cream and put on top of it. And it's delicious.
I can hear my arteries. Doug says Rick is doing a Silent Bob impersonation really well. He is doing a good Silent Bob impersonation tonight. Yes, he is. See you, Doug. Doug's got a boat. Was great listening. Thanks, Doug. Appreciate you. Yeah, tune in next week. We've got a special guest coming in, and me and Rick's got to talk about it. We'll probably do a record. I don't know if we'll do a record and drop, but we'll figure it out. But we've got some more guests lining up in the next couple of weeks, so we'll be having some more fun. Anybody participate? Do you ever participate in the Black Friday sales? I never participate in it. I never have. Never gotten.
No.
Never
I like
done any
to
of it.
sleep, and anything that requires me to get up and stand in line,
Right?
and I have to fight for stuff.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. I can't deal with people like
I'm gonna stay at home in my pajamas and drink my coffee and
agreed.
I'm gonna eat my pecan pie for breakfast and
with my coffee.
Watch people on the news. No, I don't need anything for a discount that bad. Actually, I've already done all my Christmas shopping before Thanksgiving.
What?
Yeah, all my Christmas shopping is usually done like by October the 15th.
Who are you? Jesus.
Some batch crazy lady. That's me.
You're about to say magic.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How do you do that? Do you just do it like on Amazon, or have you just always done that and just?
I've always done that, and I start the day after, a couple days after Christmas, and I just buy all throughout the year. And between the 1st and the 15th of October, I'm usually finished. Everything is usually wrapped before December 1st. But
what if like somebody gains or loses weight and can't wear whatever?
I never buy clothes.
Oh, okay.
Never buy clothes for anybody.
So that's the key. Don't buy anybody clothes.
Don't buy anybody clothes because number one, fashion changes, taste changes. Gotcha. Because 3 months ago, my niece was a skater kid and doing, this whole skater kind of thing with the Vans and everything. And now she's Doc Martens and black hair and living the goth life. So I would have been told, who knows what she'll be like at Christmas?
Oh, geez. Oh, my, that's funny.
She could be wearing pink and frou-frou pom-poms by Christmas.
So you just stick with like electronics or just no clothes. That's it. Just no clothes. Everything else is still up for grabs.
It's usually stuff really personal.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of books for kids.
Gotcha.
I'll contact authors and get first edition signed for certain people that really like books. I'll have artists do things and make things for people. So a lot of them I'll commission right after Christmas.
Oh wow, you're commissioning presents. Jesus.
Yes, I commission I put a lot of thought into it. I just don't buy something to give somebody something.
Oh wow! So it's not like a macaroni glue on, a paper plate here.
Mm-mm.
You're commissioning like actual artists.
If you wanted a macaroni noodle necklace, I would make that for you. I would make that for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
If that's what you wanted, I would make it happen. And then there are other people that they would like donations to a charity, and I make a donation in their name.
Right.
Those kind of things.
Gotcha.
That kind of stuff.
Gotcha. Well, that's interesting. We might have to do a podcast when I bring a few people on and talk about the different, because that does open up a whole nother aspect. I've heard of people like that do kind of buy. I buy throughout the year. I buy this something here, something there. I'm like, well, what if they don't want or need that? Down the road. How did that was my thing. Of course, I think about it. I start thinking about it. But it takes me all the way up to I'm not like a last minute, but I'll start buying stuff in December 2nd week or something after I've decided, okay, now I know what they want.
That's a whole bunch of high stress for me.
That's high stress for you?
Oh, yeah. that sends me over the edge. My husband will buy something like 2 days before Christmas. I can't handle that.
Well, I love it because, like I said, my youngest son is 18 now. In Glasgow, I just write checks. I'm like, here's some money.
Go buy what you want.
See, now I have a wife. Now I have a wife. Now I have to buy presents, and I have to buy thoughtful presents.
You have to buy thoughtful presents. You just can't.
But here's the thing. She buys every damn thing she sees. She's like me. She buys every damn thing. It's like, well, can we not? I made the comment of let's not do presents this year, because last year we went to Disney World, but she still bought a bunch of stuff for Riley. I'm like, okay. I'm like, but let's pull it back, because the whole plan of going to Disney World was Christmas, and we would spend some money. And I actually bought presents for us to do there, like the droid experience.
Right.
So I was like, okay, but you're still buying stuff. Can we stop buying stuff? It's like the whole thing was kind of, let's not buy a bunch of stuff. But anyways, but she buys things all through. I mean, she buys hobby, like she buys stickers, she buys this. She just bought a new freaking cricket thing. I mean, I'm like, what are you leaving me to buy you or get you for a present?
I don't buy anything like that for myself.
Oh, yeah, she does. She does all the time.
And I want weird things. Like the year before, we're working on remodeling our bathroom. So I asked for the toilet I wanted for my bathroom remodel last year.
Nothing sounds like Christmas present. Then give me a shitter.
Give me a shitter.
Give me a shitter.
Give me a shitter. And that's exactly what I got. And I'm very thrilled with it, because it is a very nice toilet.
If you got me to buy you a toilet for Christmas, I would have painted on there permanently, shitters full, Merry Christmas 2020.
If you paint shitters full on my beautiful toilet, I would kick your ass.
I would.
It is a beautiful, beautiful toilet.
I've never heard somebody explain of a toilet as beautiful.
It is pretty. It's got square lines and edging. It's a designer toilet.
A designer toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I've worked in the construction industry my whole life and sold building, and I get the whole designer toilet. I've never always said that's a bullshit term. They're like, no, it's a term. I'm like, it's a freaking toilet.
You shit in it, you take a piss, you flush.
But
it has to look nice.
It's a toilet.
It has to look nice. I look at it, I clean it.
They're white, they're enamel. Or
porcelain.
Or porcelain.
Porcelain.
I mean,
porcelain. This one is cream bisque.
Oh Jesus! It's a freaking colored thing. It's cream bisque. Yeah, I know.
It is cream bisque. It's almost white.
I'm going to keep my comments to myself. I could say some.
Go ahead, fill me, because I've heard them all. Believe me, my whole family last year, when they found out I got a toilet for Christmas, they gave it all.
I'm sure.
I got so many of the shitters full comments.
Oh yeah. Oh of course you are. I mean, that's just low hanging fruit.
I mean,
Rick, what's the weirdest thing you gotten for a Christmas present? I mean, I'm not saying a toilet's weird, but you asked for
weird. It's weird.
But it is weird. It's weird.
It's bizarre. I'll be honest.
Rick, you got anything? The weirdest thing you've gotten or asked for Christmas other than a toilet?
A threesome.
What? A threesome?
That was my birthday present one year.
What? Oh, what lives are y'all leading that I'm not in? Yes, it is true, Ken. Shitters are research centers to browse smartphone or threesomes apparently for Christmas. Wow, this just took a hard left turn. Doug's back. I gave my wife a heated seat for a toilet for Christmas and got such grief. Ended up being the best gift.
That is the best gift ever, Doug. Kudos to you, man. If I got a toilet seat, that is a very thoughtful gift. Thoughtful. Nobody wants to go in the middle of the night to get up and go take a pee and sit on that icy cold toilet. Nobody.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true.
Very thoughtful.
I don't get up and pee in the middle of the night, so I mean, I don't know. So I mean, it's probably coming.
Drink the night before. Well, I mean, it could be,
I don't pee in the middle of the night. I just don't wake up and pee in the middle of the night. If I wake up and go pee, I'm up.
Oh, you're up like at 4 a.m.?
Yeah, I don't wake up at 4 a.m. I literally don't wake up at 4 a.m. I'll wait. I can go out drinking all night, and then I still will not. I won't wake up. Huh?
Who are you? You can.
I'm magical. I'm magical.
You are magical.
I'm magical. If I get up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, something's wrong. I'm sick, or something is wrong. Something is seriously wrong. Yeah, I don't get up and pee in the middle. No matter, like I said, if I go out drinking all night, of course I pee before I go to bed. But I mean, I don't wake up in the middle of the night. I'll sleep to whenever I wake up, 7:30, 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then get up and pee. And then it's like, okay.
5:30. Well, I do get up and let the old granny dog out at 5:30 every morning.
Old granny dog. It's probably coming. It's probably a day where I get up and have to pee in the middle of the night. I mean, it's part of age. It's part of getting older. But I've never had to do that. And if I did, something was wrong.
Something wrong.
I was sick, or something was wrong. Something wasn't right in my world. So,
well, you'd appreciate it if you got up at regular 7 a.m. and went, and that warm seat was just toasty. It's like heated car seats.
Even when I own my own businesses, I've never woke up at 7. I don't wake up at 7 unless they're 7:30, 7:45 is the earliest I wake up. Go to work or answer the phone. Not go to work, but answer the phone.
Answer the phone.
Yeah, because everything was a sales call or a superintendent about something. But yeah, I did have a job one time where I had to be at work at 6, and I said no more. I don't want to do this ever again. I want to figure out a way. I do not have to get up and leave the house before 7:30, 7:45 in the morning. Not going to do it. So that's what I did. Well, anyways, let's land this plane. This has been over now. Hey, my people are back with some dinner. Rick, you got anything? You've been quiet all night. Your sound's still muffled a little bit, but what you got for us?
That's it.
I didn't know if you had any shows or anything coming up. Well, hopefully we'll get this worked out for next week. Elizabeth, you got anything?
I got nothing.
You got nothing.
I bared it all.
You bared it all.
I
for Christmas and everything.
I haven't. Y'all, we just hit the top of the iceberg.
Well, hey, folks, again, if you're in the Metro Atlanta area, you need a roof, thinking about our new roof, or got a quote, give these guys, our friends at Venture Roofing, a call to let them give you a free estimate or free inspection on full replacement. They have coupons for $250 to $1,000 off, depending on the size of your roof. 0% financing for 18 months. They do it all from metal roofs to residential roofs, and just did finish a nice liquid roof. That's right, liquid roof. If you want to know about that, give them a call. They'll tell you about it. I saw it. It was very nice. It was awesome. We got one more comment before we roll out of here. I just don't want to leave anybody hanging. Doug says Silent Rick. Yes, he is. He is definitely Silent Rick, Silent Bob. Not by his choosing. We're some audio issues somewhere. Something's not connecting. We don't know where, since we're all at home quarantining correctly while we do our podcast, as always. But hey, folks, we'll be back here next week. We don't know the schedule yet, but we will post it. We do have a guest lined up for next week. We just got to figure out what day we're going to do that and drop it, and we will let you know. Until then, we will talk to you later. Happy Thanksgiving if we don't see you until after Thanksgiving, or maybe before. We don't know. Probably after, but we're lit. But happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Have a good one. We will see you. Hold on, let me get over here. We will see you later. Peace.
Bye.